dog sight. Tell me been in that living room all white. I'm up all night, season ends while niggas sleeping. Lost so many guys, guess why I'm breathing. We keep it strong as the name live on, like if they was never gone. Mind blown, and neither my head is sin.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Grit Culture. Let's talk about this dude, Edward Cagney Mathews, out of New Jersey. The one that was seen on video hurling the racial slurs at the young black man. So let's talk about it. Let's look at the situation. So, according to the news, Mathews saw. No, I'm sorry. The Mathews had went to the home, the HOA owner's house, the president of the HOA, which is the house that he's at. I believe that's in the video. And he had tried to force his way in. The president wasn't there, but the president's wife was there and she called the police. And sorry if it's a little confusing. I really don't know the exact timeline of events, but at some point she called her neighbor, who was black, which is the man you see on video, to come over and help her, give her some defense. And so that's when the confrontation started, and that's when you saw the video come on. I believe from what he was saying, it was another black person that was filming. But man, he was really bold on that video, extremely bold. I mean, throwing racial slurs their way, and then was confident in his relationship with the police department. That's what was that's what really stood out to me. All the stuff, name calling and different things like that, you motherfuckers gonna do all of that. Also, him, Mathews, I'm speaking of, confronting and stepping toward the individual who was called for help. So those are the main things that I'm gonna highlight. Now, as far as him, using the N-word and all that shit he was talking about, I could care less, man. You can say whatever, man. The other guy could throw those words back, whatever type of words, just as easily. Now, because of the history, black people are a lot more sensitive to different words like that, and it can be a trigger. Shit, like I said, me included. Shit, and I'm working to get better at that. But right motherfucker say something at the right time, and he's liable to get his head stomped in. But that doesn't make me not liable for what happens afterwards. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean you whoop their ass or put hands on them or kill them or anything like that. I talked about that in the video before, the guy at Dunkin' Donuts. But if I do that, I'm gonna take whatever repercussions. But what you see in the video, it goes deeper than that. The guy's actually threatening. The guy actually steps to him, right? I believe at that point it should be understood that you should be able to defend yourself, especially when you're telling a person to leave the premises or leave the area, and he's making his way towards you. At that point, you should be able to defend yourself, and preemptively, not wait until somebody strikes or anything like that. So the black man would have had every right to knock his ass out on the pavement. It should be like that. Now, I don't know how the laws, different laws are different in every city, as far as standing your ground and different things like that. But it definitely would have been viable. Definitely would have been the right thing to do to knock his ass out. Don't wait till he attacks you. And he waited till the white dude was all the way in his face, chest to chest. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen like that. But he's a lot of times, black people don't know how it's gonna turn out, especially when you have a guy that's talking about his relationship with the police. So they just don't know how it's time to turn out, and they trying to, walk on eggshells, which is understandable. Like I said, I would have knocked his ass out. But that was crazy, how confident he was, and that the police was going to take his side, and the different things he's saying, talking about how he's ran black people out of the neighborhood before. I mean, this dude got everything that was coming to him. When, with the whole crowd that showed up afterwards, he gave out his address. He got everything that was coming to him. I mean, even he should have been arrested before that. At least something. And there needs to be an investigation about his with the New Jersey Police Department about his relationship with those officers, because how many different things have been reported and basically swept under the rug. I mean, you have him talking about shooting out, basically alluding, he didn't flat out say he did it, but basically alluded to him shooting out somebody's windows, another black family's windows, like I said, and running them out of the neighborhood and different things like that. And shit, man, that, y'all know how I feel about, the term hate crime, but as far as what it is, and how they the criteria for it, he checks off all the boxes. I mean, he's a clear racist. He'll go out of his way. Like I said, once you get to the point when racism needs to be dealt with, is when it gets to the point to where you're performing racist acts, trying to hinder, somebody, how they move their everyday living. So that definitely needs to be checked out, and the officer confirmed it, basically calling him Cagney. I don't know what's his middle name or whatever. So the officer is very familiar with him. And then, there's been multiple, it's been something that's been going on over and over again. And then there's another video of him doing the same thing. And like I said, he believing that the officers would be on his side. That's crazy. There needs to be an investigation into those officers. They need to figure out what's going on. But it's up to the people there to press that issue. As for the people that got there afterwards, like I said, he was being tough. His dumb ass put his address up, and then he didn't have that same energy when old boy pulled up on him. He's copping pleas and all that crap. Man, keep y'all same energy. Say how you feel. How you feel in that moment. What they always say, a person will always show you who they are in a moment of rage and anger. And that's exactly what he did. All that bull crap afterwards, and I'm sorry, and I've been disciplined and all that crap, it's no. And so so like I said, even with he had tons of protesters from everywhere. They showed up at his door, which we could get, shit like that all the time. But like I said, not all the time is everybody as bold. Wish we could get it for, these young kids getting killed out here showing up at these cats' doors. But that's a whole nother story. But they were there at his door. They showed up in droves, and, he was arrested. The police, all showed up and escorted him out and took him to the police station. I don't know the exact charges, but yeah, there was definitely threats on that video. Definitely a lot of threats. So he was right to be arrested. I didn't look at what the charges were. Put those in the comment section if you know what that was. But yeah, so not for the, like I said, all the other stuff. If it just was stuck to just strictly name calling, I don't care about anything. Don't care about anything like that. But once you get to the part where you're threatening somebody or impeding on their own personal space, hey, it's all fair game at that point. It's either get your ass whooped, or you need to be arrested for what it is. So this is just crazy ass people out here, man. It is what it is. You got a lot of racists. You know, just all type of stuff, man. You got good people and you got bad people out here. Got good people and got bad people, and it's time to weed them all out. It's time to weed them all out. Simple as that, no matter who it is. So, let me know what you think in the comment section. If there's anything I missed, any details, let me know what you think. And I will holler at y'all later.